DESMOS Bug Guy, and I'm very excited today because a long-awaited improvement has just been made to DESMOS. Now, you may notice a few extra buttons on the side of my screen here. That's just DESModder. DESModder is a Chrome extension that has a whole bunch of quality of life improvements for DESMOS, and one of those improvements is GPU rendered implicit equations. What that basically means is you can render all of your very complicated equations on the GPU rather than on the CPU like DESMOS does normally. Now that's awesome because it speeds up the rendering of a whole lot of things in DESMOS, but what if you wanted to calculate the interactions between a whole bunch of particles, for example? Well, that's what I'm so excited about. Okay, so let's see here for a second. If I enable the ticker and start running this graph, you'll see it takes a very long time to load between frames. Now that's because it's doing every single calculation sequentially. So that means it's looking at this particle and this particle, and it's saying it's calculating that, and then it's moving on to the next and the next. So that's a lot of calculations to do sequentially, which is why it would be so advantageous if you could parallelize it by running it as a program on the GPU and then taking that data back from the GPU and then rendering it. So DESMOS has done that. Now, a whole bunch of other applications have used the GPU in this way before, which is why I'm so happy DESMOS is finally getting around to it. So let's stop the ticker here. So it's a experimental feature at the moment. Because DESMOS likes to only release features once they're completely finished and all the bugs have been worked out, right? So we'll have to go into our console, and this function right here is what will enable it. So what it'll basically do is, or at least from what I understand, it'll compile a GPU program based on all of your expressions, and then it'll start sending data back and forth from your DESMOS graph to the GPU and back again. So it'll do all of the calculations on the GPU, and that's really like where all the magic happens. So let's go ahead and enable it. And if we go back out and we enable the ticker again, let's see how much faster it is.